Hi guys, here of course from Pax Europiana in this important moment in the end of May. We are coming up to the summits and I call for Serbia and Kosovo to make peace. President Biden has sent a letter to President Vučić again to make the recognition now actually. That was the basic message for the start of his new mandate. And I call then for Vučić to also do it. Recognize Kosovo, but obviously the EU should give something, and it's quite obviously what I mean. It's the euro for Serbia. This is my campaign now since September 2021, and now it's the moment to get it done. The EU must make this offer to complement what President Biden has done. President Biden does the political pressure, and the EU must make the incentive, and not to eat jab up together, because that's the wrong thing, a jab up with Vučić, and to appease him and to please him and to make friendly faces, but not to offer anything. And if Michel is now serious, I think he's not, but Ursula should go and say, hey please, and we make a decision in the Council, in the Commission, in the Parliament, and we say Serbia, you can have the European currency in the moment of recognition of the Republic of Kosovo. And that's very logical and that's very good. And then of course NATO membership for all three, and then EU membership in 2029. And if it's not possible, then of course Serbia can be totally isolated for the rest of times. And you have to tell this in Vučić's face, as I did now in my tweets when I was in Serbia twice. And I have also made a lot of video statements now and statements in the Kosovo press. So the way is very simple. Serbia to recognize Kosovo, gets the euro, then all of them get a firm date for 2029, and Bosnia and Kosovo get the NATO invitation now in Madrid, and then they move fast forward very fast towards the NATO, and then Serbia is isolated and they have the choice to join NATO. They will be complicated like Hungary or like Turkey. We can live with that inside NATO, but they will be member of the alliance, and that's very meaningful. So the long-term future of Serbia is then also as a peaceful country, no longer as a threat to war, and that is very important. And of course they have less sovereignty, of course they understand that. The EU is, by the way, about sovereignty sharing. In NATO you cannot attack other NATO countries, hello Turkey and hello Greece, and you can also not make up to a lot of bullshit because you have no longer your own currency. And that's of course very good. And by the way, they have already pegged the currency at 117 to the euro already since Vučić came to power more or less as Prime Minister in 2012. So let's come to terms here and let's make peace in the Balkans. And that's a very, very good way to do it. And I call for Serbia to convert the dinar. It's anyhow a big disaster currency. I think the worst currency in European history with the Belarusian ruble. They are like competing for this competition of the worst currency. Very bad, notorious kind of competition. Anyhow, so that's the way for peace. And we are now in May 2022. We have the war in Ukraine, and Serbia has now, for example, joined the sanctions against Belarus, first step. So make it full and adopt the euro, and that will be very meaningful. And I think that's the way Serbia should do it. And I call for President Vučić also then to get a big package of EU funding out of our 1.5 trillion package, which we anyhow need to get done after the French elections. Timmermans is already saying it, and it's so logically I can really not understand why we are waiting for so long for all this. So let's get going and let's get these things done, and that is the way forward. Thanks a lot here from Frankfurt for peace in the Balkans. It would be very good for all of us, and please Serbia, think about it. Do you really want to have some cruise missiles on your heads in Belgrade again? It's better to have the euro. Peace is better than a war. I think yes. Bye.